SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Engineering, Medical and Health Sciences, Management, Dental, Science and Humanities, Law, Agriculture Sciences, Hotel Management. Admissions open.
When you live in a fast-moving, ever-changing world, life brings forth unlimited possibilities. Yours to explore, excite, enjoy, educate, evaluate, and elucidate with Elan. Never stop moving forward with Darwin Platform Group. Darwin Platform Group, the visionaries.
Thyrocare, the trust, the truth.
Hello and a very warm welcome to day 2 of Business Today Mind Rush. We are very delighted to be bringing this event to you virtually. This is our first virtual edition of Business Today Mind Rush, the biggest business conclave there is in the country. I'm Shweta Punj, Deputy Editor with India Today magazine and your host for the day. It's been a tough year for everyone, but it is here that we see how the best CEOs stand head and shoulders above the rest. We'd like to thank our presenting sponsor, SRM University, our conglomerate partner, Darwin Platform Group of Companies, and our healthcare partner, Thyrocare.
Unwinding is reading. I mean, I love to read magazines and books and the newspapers, and of course also Business Today. Do play some tennis. So on the weekends, I have a game of tennis with friends. But now in the pandemic, I have stopped it, and instead I do a fairly rigorous walking in my house itself for about an hour each day. And so that's fundamental, and then spend time with my wife. The hills are always my favorite, because I had an upbringing in the hills because my father used to work in the border roads. My most luxurious possession, I would really count, and it's luxury from the point of view of today's day and age, is the warmth and trustworthiness of the relationships that I've had. I think that for me is the most precious. I wouldn't call it luxurious. I would call it precious. So the relationships, the trustworthiness, the respect, the transparency, and the fact that people do trust me with issues in their lives which is beyond work, is something that keeps me going. So really, the material stuff hasn't got me ever, and it's unlikely to get me now in my current state. But it's more investing time in people and relationships that I would call precious. Some might call it a luxury.
We start off the day with a fireside chat on different perspectives. This is a time when older businesses have had to think on their feet to change systems and processes. But that's what most startups have been doing all along. To understand the differences in managing an established concern as opposed to a startup, we have with us Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, Joint Managing Director, Apollo Hospitals, in conversation with Mr. Ashish Shah, COO and co-founder, Pepperfry. Moderating the discussion is Rajiv Dubey, Editor, Business Today, and Managing Editor, Business TV Today Network.
Welcome to this Business Today Mind Rush panel discussion on different perspectives, where we bring together a new age business and a traditional business to try and understand whether they do things any differently. Welcome, Dr. Reddy and Ashish. This will be a kind of rapid fire, so I will ask the questions to both of you. We'll try and understand how your perspectives are different. So let me start with the first, try and understand what were the upsides and the downsides of the pandemic to you, Dr. Reddy?
The upside is clearly that it re-energized the society's thought process about health. It was never before has health been so center stage. from government to industry to homes to society, everybody was thinking about health. So I think long term, that realization of the importance of health is a huge upside. The fact that it accelerated so much of our digital adoption and our thinking around the fact that the world is, so connected and we can do things very differently, I think is a huge upside. The downside, is the fact that genuinely we lost lives. We lost, and while at Apollo we strive to bring the best of science and medicine, we stayed connected with the world because no care protocol that anybody's talking about has really been completely validated. So you had to be nimble, you had to be agile, you had to stay connected. And we did a lot of those things, but the downside was that it was a sweeping pandemic. It took time for people to understand. And today, our mortality rates in our acute patients is under 1%, and overall it's under, 1.5%. But it is a sad and very, significant fact. Worse also is that I think people who had the problem and were denied care, the government's done a fantastic job, so those numbers were small. The other downside, I believe, is for the economy at large, because people have lost jobs. Women, especially, have been displaced even more than men. And I think one of the other things it showed us was really the fact that many, many members of our society are so vulnerable. And it's important for us to do something about them.
Ashish?
From upside standpoint, I think perhaps the world was moving too fast. I think this was a big pause. Sometimes it's important to, stop and think where we are heading. All of us. We say that if you're moving too fast, the only way to stop is to fall down, right? And therefore, I think this was a big pause. I think all of us took time to understand what had kind of hit us, and I think in my mind it changed lives. I think this time would be called pre-COVID and post-COVID times, I think forever, in generations to come. So from that standpoint, I think, just basic understanding about your health, chalking down your priorities once again, redefining them. I think that were some, major changes. Frankly, for me, it was a very, life-changing moment, spending so much time again, in home with your kids, with family, had not happened for a long time. From business standpoint, obviously, digital adoption has gone up significantly. We were hit for 3-4 months really badly. For a startup, sometimes you have a doubt whether you will even be able to come back, right? If business is not happening for 3-4 months, you might actually never come back. Fortunately, from that standpoint, because of digital adoption, things came back really strongly for us. Things are back to normal. We are back to our pre-COVID times. So from business standpoint, from economy standpoint, I think things are coming back really well now. Obviously, really bad times we have seen. I think there are a lot of migrants who have come to, urban areas to work. I think they were, caught off guard. I think for them to spend time alone at home without any help, etc. I think it was very difficult time. Especially at our end, we used to call everyone who used to stay alone to check about their health, whether they need something, etc. or not. But I think these were really tough times.
Dr. Reddy, how has it changed your business? Did it make any drastic change to your business in any way?
So the immediate and super drastic change was clearly that, many people who needed care could not come, did not come because they were scared. There was the lockdown, there was the fear that if you go into the hospital, you'll get COVID because of other patients being treated there. And we had isolated the COVID wards, completely taken care of them separately, but surgical work, just didn't happen for a few months. So that was a drastic reduction. The exciting part of it was that, we've been working with telemedicine for 20 years now. But during this period, doctors just adopted because online consultations became really the norm. And where we used to do maybe, 1,000, 2,000 teleconsult a day for far-flung areas, we suddenly, crossed 10, 15,000 teleconsults a day because all our doctors went online. And I think that behavior change is something which is here to stay. Of course, patients have started coming back. The physical touch is critical, but new models are emerging, and it's using technology and keeping customer convenience very much at the center of what we do. So that transformation piece has happened.
Ashish, how has it
Yeah,
changed your
quite
business?
similarly, when people are spending a lot more time at their homes, they realize that perhaps that sofa needs to be changed, or when they're now getting together at home to have their lunch, they now need a dining table to for the family to have lunch together. So from that standpoint, some of these categories, study tables, sofas, lounges, dining tables, they have grown significantly, for us. As you spend more time, people need more furniture at their home. So from business standpoint, I think we are doing, the comeback was really, really great. We are doing much more than even the pre-COVID levels. The other important thing is a lot of furniture in India used to be done by carpenters. They would come to your home, make furniture, etc. That business is not happening at all. The entire business has moved to ready-made, furniture business, and we are in the business of ready-made furniture, and therefore, all of that benefit is coming our way at this point in time. Retail, I think, is taking some time to come back.
Dr. Reddy, what is the new normal for you?
For me or for my company?
For you.
Okay, so the new normal is that, I don't necessarily have to be physically in the office. Even though I went, every single day I went into the hospital, and over the course of last year, I was also President FICCI. So, I think that you can technically do everything from home on a call, but there is a great value to your presence. So I actually made sure that I was physically there. Even more than ever before. I walked the floors, I did the rounds, I've visited a COVID ward, so that more than once, multiple times, went into the COVID ward fully masked, so that our team knew that any risk that we would put them in, we were willing to bear that risk or share that risk. In terms of home, etc., the new normal is fantastic in that we just saw our family and our children so much more. In fact, they saw less of me because I was so much at work, but the ability to have the kids at home has been fantastic.
And for the business, is it any different, new normal?
So clearly it is the physical digital as a seamless continuum, which encompasses the consumer and matches the speed of his requirement or her requirement and her thought process. That is really the new normal. It is, we've read the book before that the patient will see you now, and it was before all about the doctor. Now it's clearly about the customer.
Ashish?
No, very clearly, to Dr. Reddy's point, I think, as you start up, you exercise a lot of control on your business. You want people, all of them, actually all 400 of them, to be sitting in front of you, right? And I think that changed significantly. This time also gave us, a time to step back. We got together as a group, our management team, we said, let's, chalk out what we want to do for future. We have been doing Pepperfry for 9 years now. The business moves at a certain pace. This year is going to be new. It is about many new things. I think this would not have happened if we did not have time to think through what we want to do. So therefore, action packed only because of COVID. I think the opportunity is there, and the intent is now very high.
And so, Raju, very quickly, one more thing. I think in the new normal, we will not take 4 flights and 5 flights a week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that we've discovered this, none of us are going to go back to the crazy pace that we used to do.
Yes.
And, like Ashish said, the focus will not be on the time driven. It will be on the results. So I've started a new thing, from the new year, where I do a good morning to an operations staff.
Awesome.
Okay.
And do a walkthrough with them just using their phone. And this way, I'm literally visiting 2 hospitals a day.
How do you engage with the consumer, Dr. Reddy?
So, our typical thing, and this is something Chairman started many, many years ago, is that you just do rounds every day.
Okay.
And so all our corporate offices, we don't have standalone corporate offices except one. So our CEOs and all of us are located in the hospital buildings. So you walk through the wards or you walk through the outpatients every single day and you feel the pulse. And that's where, someone will stop you in the corridor, or I can stop near the elevator and ask someone how you're doing. And then I do a more formal round. And I was missing the fact that I couldn't do those everywhere else, which is why we got this virtual round idea. So that is one. Of course, there's a digital connect. We have a very evolved CRM. We look at Google ratings very clearly and continuously, and every center is actually rated based on customer feedback. We also do a lot of, this thing on the web. So we look at social media communication, language, and what are people saying about us. And this is all collated into the NPS, overall NPS score, which happens unit by unit, department by department. So the combination of physical and continuous in touch has been part of our culture from the very beginning. And that continues. You're just using new tools, but you know very clearly that you're here for the patient.
Ashish?
Yeah, so quite similarly, since we are a digital business, we were always very, very connected to customers, on social media. That is perhaps our way of working, and therefore what we strive to do is how do we meet them more frequently, more physically, right? And we do something called, so we have two programs. One is called customer meetups, where starting from an assistant manager to the CEO of the company, we go and make deliveries for 2 straight days to our customers across markets. We also do something called customer call-ups, where everyone is on the CS floor and they would actually take up calls that are coming from the customer. So when when the category team is on the call and trying to understand what was the problem with the product with the customer, I think that brings a lot of insights. So these are, we actually strive to go more physical because, since there is no face to the company, we like to go and meet customers, more often.
Okay. Dr. Reddy, how do you keep employee morale high?
Number one is, I think that just by the nature of where we are and the work we do in healthcare, doing your work itself is inspiring. So, and if we can continuously reiterate the connect between the work they do and the impact they have on lives, that takes care of most of the motivation. And we genuinely search for people who are able to make that connection. But besides that, we do a bunch of things. I mean, we're called the Apollo family. We connect very often. From chairman, all of us, we've done over 3 meetings with all our senior leadership. But then we've had multiple meetings with every level. So there was a nursing call, there was a doctor's call, so lots of this has happened. But as a culture as well, from birthdays being celebrated to families being supported. And these are initiatives that have grown over the last 36 years. An Apollo person knows that, that you are part of family. It goes beyond a job. And I believe that is their biggest motivating factor.
Okay. Ashish, how do you keep employee morale high?
So again, for a young company, one of the most, one of the biggest promises that we make to our employees is that, we are there for them, and we take a lot of personal interest in people's career. That is our biggest promise to, our employees. We, whosoever works at Pepperfry, we tell them that in 1 year, you get 3 years of experience. Their jobs are very enriching. We take personal interest, like I said. There are workshops that Amrish and me have done, starting from, let's say MBTI scores to Belbin to, basically creating awareness amongst, all employees who are more than assistant managers and above. We actually go and conduct those, workshops. A lot of focus on training and development. It's important for a young organization to create a cult, right? And, when we had started, for every month, when we hit our target, we used to go out and party. So, for the first 24 months, every 30th, 31st, we would go out and party. And, while work is very intense, there is a lot of fun around things. We also believe a lot in transparency and communication, regular updates. We follow a fantastic operating rhythm, starting from doing our, operating council meeting where heads of departments would meet every week, to forecasting meetings every fortnight, to management team meetings every month. Then we have a once in a year Goa offsite. If you have resigned, let's say in August at Pepperfry, you would negotiate that you should be allowed to, kind of attend that offsite. It is a very big deal at Pepperfry. We do awards which are very coveted. These are called Employee of the Year awards, given only to 2, 3, 4 people and out of 400 people. And therefore, there is an entire skit around it it's a very big event.
What's your idea of future readiness, Dr. Reddy?
So, it's so many things, but I would just say a continued closeness to all stakeholders. Customer definitely, but doctors are a critical stakeholder. Our vendors are critical. So continuous closeness and an alignment with stakeholders. A deep technology passion and focus. So we've always brought in the latest technology in terms of machines. From the first CT scan, the latest MRI, now the proton. So we always did that. But now we're looking at deep IT. So there's AI and ML driven initiatives happening across the organization where we're trying to create a whole new story around automation. And with that comes, the change in skill sets, etc. So IT is a huge area for us. The other one I think is a focus on outcomes for patients, outcomes or results in every area. And the fact that it's not just knowledge which is power, but applied knowledge. We know that small shifts in behavior, lifestyle, medication can avert a crisis. Small readiness patterns. If you come to us with a stroke within 30 minutes, you can take a clotbuster therapy and walk home in a day, rather than being an invalid because you came 2 hours late. So this is actionable insights put into the ecosystem to impact and help the lives of people. That is really our whole mindset right now.
Okay, Ashish, your idea of future readiness?
See, the way we look at our businesses, for every startup, we are kind of 6 to 9 months ahead of the next person, right? And that's the lead time that we have. And therefore, for someone like us, we have to be constantly on the treadmill. I think we strongly believe that in 3 to 4 years time, the way furniture and home products are bought in this country is going to change significantly. People would not go to stores; they would not perhaps also come online, and perhaps augmented reality, virtual reality would be the way to go. Right? How do you get customers to a small 400 square feet store and give them glasses so that they can really see the furniture in their homes to make a purchase decision, right? So this is one area that we are focusing significantly on. We have already taken some initial steps. Most of the furniture available on Pepperfry is on 3D models already, and therefore now taking it to AR and VR should be easy. So this is going to completely change the game, I think, in 3-4 years, and therefore we want to ensure that we are the first ones to deliver to this promise. The second is a lot of focus on branded furniture. We are in a business where brands do not matter, okay, and therefore there is no premium to what you're buying. Therefore, we believe that the biggest opportunity for us is how do we make Indians buy branded furniture, okay, and that is going to be our focus over the next 3 to 4 years. We have around 10 house brands of our own. We call them, our private labels are called house brands. We want to see how we take those house brands to consumers now through shops, through offline, online experience. So that's going to be the second big focus. The third big area here is, we have always believed that customers are not online or offline. Customers are customers. If sometimes you buy a book on Amazon and sometimes you would pick a book from Crossword at the airport, right? And therefore, being available to customers at all touch points is very important. We'll continue to open our stores. We are already 65 stores. We want to be 200 stores by end of next year. We want to be great on mobile. We want to be great on web, app, mobile phones, etc. So all form factors are important. Very important, stat for you here. 65% of the traffic that comes on Pepperfry and the transactions that happen on Pepperfry actually happens from mobile phones, right? And no one would believe that category like ours could be bought on mobile phones. So that is going to be key focus area. 3 very important levers for growth.
Okay, your concept of fun at work, Dr. Reddy.
So, we do some really interesting and fun things. But for me, when you get a new idea, I get a lot of fun and pleasure in that. So we do all, we have games, they do songs, there's Christmas celebration, there's every festival we try to do. Diwali is particularly pretty because the nurses take sweets and diyas into every area. Christmas is always well decorated. So all those are fun. But I think the biggest fun is when we get together in these small meetings, and have every level of person, and then there's a eureka moment. So I get a lot of pleasure in seeing that happen.
Ashish?
Yeah, for us, the fun starts from the fact that we should be okay making fun about yourselves, right? And not taking yourselves too seriously is something that we try to practice every day, because most of the fun in life comes from that, right? How do you talk funny about yourself, right? Apart from that, many actions related to fun. We recently moved into a new office. This is the first standalone Pepperfry office that we were now able to build in 9 years. We believe in intelligent fun. So, if you look at the way the floors are defined in this office, one floor is called 42, the other one is called 9.81, the third is called 5. So, there is a lot of intelligent fun element already in the office. Like I said, we party a lot. The first day when we, Amrish and me got together to build Pepperfry, we said that we'll build our company on 3 values: Indian, honest, and fun. Right, because we knew that this journey is going to be intense, and we have had our own share of challenges, but I think we overcome them because of the fun that we've had with employees till now.
Okay, so the last question before we close is about the 3 takeaways maybe from each of your businesses. Dr. Reddy, if you'd like to start.
So I think not just our business, but I think every sector is changing and evolving. And so the fact that change is constant is a cliche, but is a true reality. And so we need to be ready for that. Number 2, again, I think is very important for all, but I think the pace of acceleration of the application of new science into our sector is just going to be better and better. And the fact that, the world could create a vaccine in under 12 months. If we start applying that to all other areas, can we cure cancer? Can we find a way to solve your knee without a massive open surgery? What are the new realms? So the use of science and technology. And finally, it's all about human beings ultimately. So the customer is not a customer. He or she is a human being. The employee is not an employee. He is a human being. So I think that aspect of finding another dimension to connect with, to inspire, to challenge. So if we can connect with the patient very differently, maybe their fight for, to survive or for cancer is going to be very differently. So finding that, because everyone is a human being. These, I think, are the 3 for me and my organization.
Any takeaways, Dr. Reddy, from Ashish's business?
Oh, lots. I think any of the older businesses who are not constantly watching young startups are missing something very valuable. I think their speed, their focus. I mean, we would be very happy. We opened 4 hospitals this year. We opened 20 clinics. And I'm hearing him saying 65 stores to 250 stores. So the speed and the focus that this sector has is something which is a true learning for all of us.
Ashish, your takeaways and any takeaway from Dr. Reddy's business?
Yeah, I'll start with my takeaways. I think the fact that the healthcare business in my mind is social service. I think even when we had started, we said that everyone who's associated with us, be it merchant, customers, employees, we want to do good for them. Do good for everyone was our motto. I think Dr. Reddy is living that, breathing it every day. I think while you are building a business, if you are able to also create such kind of social impact, I think it is very inspiring. It's something that we would want to do in our lives. When they make money, you don't need much money to lead a great life in India. And beyond that money, you would invest in new businesses. When wealth creation happens, I tell my son, you are in a great cycle, because all the people who are now billionaires, they're going to invest money for the next 10 years and perhaps more billionaires would happen. And I think we are in a great cycle, right? So from that standpoint, I remember, 98, 99, when I used to tell my parents that I want to start something of my own, they will ask me, where is the money, right? I think in the last 10 years, what changed was that money was available. If you have the intent, if you have a plan, then money happens, right? People were willing to put in monies on you, so which never happened in the past. So totally, thoroughly agree to what you're saying. These are great times to be in.
Absolutely.
from business standpoint, like I mentioned earlier, speed is of essence here, especially in our business. If you are sleeping for 6 months, you might not have a business. Very conscious of the fact that we have 6 to 9 months where we want to make the change. Therefore, constantly innovating, constantly doing new things is something that we take very seriously. The second thing is, which we are very conscious about when we build businesses, that one should not play God, when it comes to customers. There is a lot of, the fundamental premise of an online business, especially our business, is great variety and great price. We do not like to make choices on behalf of customers, right? And therefore never, go away from that proposition. Provide them variety, they would choose what they want, right? And therefore, when I say don't play God, it also means that, data in my mind is everything. While we need to move with speed, planning before you take your first step is very important. Often startups make that mistake. They just plunge in and without planning. I think there is a lot of value for planning, and we do not move an inch before we have plans in place, right?
Right.
So that's, second important thing in our business. The third is, like I mentioned earlier, customers are customers. Do not classify them. Manage the top of the funnel. Reach out to your customer wherever they are present in, through activation, through online, offline, does not matter, right? And that's the proposition that you should continue, sir.
Dr. Reddy, Ashish, one of the most interesting conversations I've had. Thank you for being such a sport, and thanks so much for your time.
Thyrocare, the trust, the truth.